All right. Hi there. So why don't you guys follow me to the Nether? I'm gonna build a little Nether portal here. Now,
Did you have to put those?
well, yeah, this one's in a different orientation than you might be used to. I'm not gonna use a flint and steel. I'm gonna use a rime and steel to light this Nether portal. Ooh, look at that. Horizontal Nether portal.
Wow.
Because today we are looking at
Whoa.
the NetherEx Mod. Yeah. NetherEx is a new mod that adds cool new stuff to the Nether. Like, check out these mushrooms. What the?
Oh, Spore Creepers.
Yeah, these mushrooms and these Spore Creepers. Oh boy, that one just hatched.
Yep.
They're pretty scary. We'll touch upon those later. And these mushrooms here, these are the enoki. They grow down from the ceiling. They're like a reverse chorus plant. So it adds new biomes stuff to the Nether, like these cool mushrooms that you're seeing.
And this is compatible with Biomes of Plenty, at least for 1.11 and up. You can get both sets of biomes spawning in the Nether just fine if you do some configuration work. So...
And these withers walking around, their bones can now be used to craft some cool new stuff. Let's go over to my staging area. So, over here, there's some new stuff to show you. So this is the Amethyst ore that grows in the Netherrack like a quartz ore does.
And that's Nether Amethyst, not Ender Amethyst if you play Biomes of Plenty. See, it's got a different solid block.
This is the Nether Amethyst right here. And if we go over here, you can see the Netherrack can now be pathed like grass blocks can.
That Netherrack seems to be a different color there, too.
It's a slightly different color when you press it down. And then there's this. This is a fiery Netherrack. And a fiery Netherrack can also have nether quartz ore. And can also be pathed. You could press it down with the shovel, I think.
Depending on config options, you might need to use one of the new special shovels that we'll get to in a second.
And there's all these different kinds of new Netherrack.
Kind of like the soils and Biomes of Plenty, but for the Nether.
The Netherrack can all be pathed. So this is fiery Netherrack, icy Netherrack, lively Netherrack,
Look at it go.
and gloomy Netherrack. They all have slightly different colors and slightly different properties. Now, the lively Netherrack,
Icy.
the icy Netherrack can have nether rime. Nether rime, which comes out like this. This is the rime block, and you can use rime to make the rime and steel, which can open up nether portals of any shape you want. Crazy shapes, as long as it's not 1 by 1.
And that rime is also, it has some cold properties related to the cold fire in this mod I'd have to look into, and it would also be a great candidate for cold settings if you have tough as nails installed.
And this stuff here, this is kind of like mycelium, but in the Nether. It's called hyphae. Hyphae! It's time to get hyphae, stupid, on a hyphae.
Which is actually technically a word for part of the mycelium, if I recall, but you get the idea.
And here in the soul sand, we've got some thorn stalk growing, which can grow up to 3 high, as you see here.
We'll look for some of it in the wild later. Usually it'll spawn around 2 in the wild, but...
And this here is tilled soul sand.
Which I believe is hydrated from that flowing red fluid on your right there.
Yeah, it's like flowing blood or something. It's called,
Ichor? You call it Ichor.
Ichor. It's called Ichor, yeah. Now, soul sand can be made into glass now. This soul glass,
Which I
looks
believe
pretty
blocks
cool.
light also, which is a pretty neat effect. So it's
And
transparent but not
and
translucent.
it's got, instead of the regular sheen of glass, it's got these little ghost faces.
Oh, nice. And
that are really creepy. And this is ice. This is Frostburn ice.
which I begin also interacts with some of the blue flame stuff in this mod. And unlike ice from vanilla, biomes apply to your fossils in archaeology, it's clear.
And this is worn iron, which has it's funky orientation. No matter how you place it, it's got the same orientation.
Yeah.
But it does look like kind of like rusty iron.
And it can be silk touch harvested, otherwise it will drop iron ingots. But if you're up for it, it's a decorative block you can acquire from the Nether. That's kind of a theme for this, though a lot of it is adventure and exploration as well as decoration.
Oh, I forgot to mention the soul glass comes in panes. Can be placed like this.
And if you have Quark installed, that really rounds out what you can do with soul sand.
And it can be placed in... You can curve it like that, which is cool.
Yep.
Anyway,
Oh, well.
Anyway, coming over here, these are the new bone spurs, which this is the long bone spur, and this is a long bone spur with a short bone spur on top of it. You can place the short bone spurs on the ground or on a wall
And these
or on a ceiling. They can be placed at any orientation.
And these, of course, work great with the vanilla bone blocks that were added not so long ago.
Yeah, so you can have these bone spurs stick out of the side of a bone block.
So yeah, lots of rounding out of existing stuff like Quark did, and lots of exploration.
And speaking of exploration, this is the Urn of Sorrow, which you find and fill, which is part of summoning the Ghast Queen, which is a new mob, like a boss.
Full boss.
Really scary because she can give birth to ghasts right in front of you. And this is a brown elder mushroom, and this is a red elder mushroom, which I believe is kind of like, that's a fully grown brown elder mushroom.
Yeah, they're very similar to the overworld versions from vanilla, but as you can see, they're a little more gnarly and overgrown.
Yeah. Oh, NetherEx, pretty cool mod. So, and it introduces some cool new building materials for building houses and bases and stuff.
We'll get back to the biomes and exploration in a minute. Now we're going to look at what you can do with some of this stuff you find lying around.
So, you guys have probably seen, I don't know if you've seen it, the red Nether Brick, which is not part of the NetherEx mod.
No.
But the NetherEx mod does introduce red Nether Brick stairs, slabs, walls, and fences, which is pretty cool. You can build some neat stuff using these blocks, and it's not the only kind of Nether Brick introduced in the NetherEx mod. Those other kinds of Netherrack over here, the fiery, icy, lively, and gloomy, those can all be made into brick
with their own hue and pattern.
This is the fiery Nether Brick, which is like a dark version of the red Nether Brick. And it comes in all the different shapes with the walls, fences, stairs, and slabs. And the same is true for the other kinds of Nether Brick corresponding to the other kinds of Netherrack. You have the icy Nether Brick in all its forms. You have the lively Nether Brick, which looks alive. It looks like scales.
Yeah.
It looks like dragon scales or something. The lively Nether Brick and the gloomy Nether Brick, which looks like a bigger brick, more regular pattern version of the icy.
Right. And these do have fence gates. We just didn't put them up.
Yeah, all of these fences have fence gates. And Quartz now has its own walls and fences. And they introduced a wall for regular sort of vanilla Nether Brick. Although it's not available in vanilla. This was added by NetherEx.
Yeah.
So it's expanded the building materials. And then beyond that, there's also Basalt. Now, Basalt occurs naturally in the Nether, But you can also make stairs and slabs, walls and fences out of basalt. And then there are special kinds of basalt that you can craft, like the smoothed basalt, which is kind of like
really nice.
polished.
Yeah.
It's like a polished basalt. And you can make all the different forms out of it. And then that also comes in brick and pillar
Workable
form.
pillar. That's the interesting one. Now, of course, quark, which this was intended to go alongside potentially, does have its own basalt, but that one's a little lighter, spawns in the overworld. If you have Mod Tweaker or something, I'd rename the quark one Gabbro, and just to avoid confusion, but they do look distinct, as I said, similar patterns, but this one's definitely darker and has some different options.
Yeah, and the patterns are cool. Mixing and matching the smooth brick and pillar could yield some really nice results because they're like similar but different. And if you were to like mix and match them in a cool way, like if you use the pillars on the sides and the brick in it, you could yield some very nice patterns.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Very cool shit. Now, that's about it for the building materials.
Yeah, unless you're just using raw chunks of mushroom.
Yeah. Now, in addition to the cool plants that spawn naturally in the building materials,
Look up at the ceiling again real quick. Yeah, you can see the different nether racks making a pattern.
Yeah, very cool. I like that. Yeah, we've got, lively here? Yep. And regular. And in addition to all that stuff, there's structures.
Oh, yeah.
This appears to be some kind of decaying grave. This is someone's tomb.
It's inside. It's got mushrooms. It's the lava flow. It's seen better days. But what's that?
There's chests, and the chests have stuff in them. Sometimes valuable stuff like mushroom stew.
Is that just stone?
Yep.
Wow.
And gunpowder.
Yep, break it.
Sometimes not
fiery nether brick. That's actually better than stone, if you ask me.
And that's not the only grave I found. I found another grave.
Yeah, which again would work great if you have Biomes Aplenty installed. Definitely more options all along the same theme, but mostly work pretty well together. I've mentioned what you might want to think about renaming for a mod pack or server if you're going to use this. But
yeah, here's another grave.
Mostly it plays well with others and fills out its own and vanilla content quite nicely. And let's see what... Ooh.
Whoa!
It's got a spawner. Oh, yeah. There's also a lot more mobs in here than just that gas queen, and we're going to... Now that is a treasure chest.
A music disc, horse armor, saddle,
gold, some bones.
A lot of bones.
Pretty valuable if you don't have fossils in archaeology. Which, by the way, this is 111, 112. There is a NetherEx for 110, but it's not really all there. It's just some base stuff, and it's not really supported. You don't get the full biomes and mobs, so...
I love the headstone on this grave.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. So yeah, and this is one of the biomes, the lively...
This is the mushroom biome.
Lively Netherrack covered with hyphae.
Oh, does it only grow on the lively Netherrack?
I believe so. Just like the Rhyme and the Nether Amethyst only appear in certain kinds of Netherrack. But if you got Biomes Aplenty installed, you also have Overgrown Netherrack as an option. Which really gives you a nice little nether ecology. Oh, I see a critter. I see one of the new ones.
Here's one of the spinners.
Oh yeah, and this biome.
What is it called again?
That's a spin out.
A spin out. Yeah, it's like it has a little face on it. It's
Faces? I'm not sure.
It reminds me of a Cenobite.
Yeah, it's...
but it's like, it's some horrible creature with spikes that spins around and cuts you up. That's awful.
It's a little weird, but it totally feels right at home in the Nether, I have to say.
It feels like a creature from hell. Yeah.
And, this is your work. And yeah, you can see the enoki hanging alongside the glowstone on the ceiling. Now, I am not sure how whether I haven't tried it in 111. In 110, this does not behave well alongside Natura. I know it does work along Biomes of Plenty. It may work with Natura in 111. I can't vouch for that one way or another. But of course, the overworld content for Natura would still work alongside this just fine.
Hey, there's another
There's
grave.
another one, but let's keep. I guess you can pop it open, see what's in there. Oh, gold apples, nice.
Pretty rich.
Yep.
Hey,
and
get out of my way, dude.
yeah,
I'm trying to cover your grave back up, dude.
Yeah.
Now, okay,
Is that a fortress? That's a fortress.
It's another fortress. What I'm really looking for is some of the other structures.
Yeah, there are a fair number of structures and a fair number of mobs and some more gear that we can show off. But let's see if we can't find it up close. This mushroom biome seems pretty common alongside hell in the sands. It seems like, oh, but there's some of the ice, which I was about to say is fairly rare. You can tell because the ice burns with cold instead of with heat. So that's the cold part of the nether. And you can see we got the translucent...
This is frostburn ice on the ground?
Frostburn ice and burning frost. And a chunk loading error. Look away.
What is the... What?
Oh, that was a little weird. Oh, I think I know what that is. I think that's an ember. That's one of the mobs, actually. That's just a little baby fire elemental. Oh, wait. There's one of our friends from the cold biome.
Oh, cool.
The whites.
So these are the whites. They're cool fucking hunchback ghosts.
Yeah.
Look at that. They're so creepy. They really belong here in hell. Now, are these hostile or friendly?
They are hostile. They are hostile. If you go survival, they should probably try and hurt you. You gonna see what happens. Oh yeah. They're all over you. Unfortunately, so is the lag at the moment. I don't know what is going on. Oh, look, and it looks like they did inflict a debuff on you. They hit you with a debuff. I know that the Spore Creepers can give you a buff that'll make you spread their eggs, which is very
That's cool.
scary.
Yeah, here we go. We're back in it.
Which means that the Spore Creeper could actually spread to other biomes and other worlds if you're not careful. Watch those suckers.
Wow. Scary. Spore Creepers on the overworld.
Yep. Invasive species. Oh wait, now here we've got the sand biome. You can see the plants. We've already seen the spin out, but you can see these things in their hello, yes, you're a spin out. The stalks in their natural form. And the mod gives you the option to keep the soul sand concentrated to this biome or let it spread everywhere as normal. Looks pretty cool. Now this, I think, is the fiery biome. You can see it's a little more orange than the previous.
Yep, fiery netherrack.
And there's fire everywhere. So this is like more hell than hell.
More hell than
it's
hell!
It's hotter than hell in this biome. Seriously, man, it's only like 110 in the hell biome. Yeah, now that looks cool. All those spindly mushrooms dangling from the ceiling.
I'm the spindly dangler. That's a nice mushroom.
Yeah.
See, this one really emphasizes the way the little mushrooms grow out the side of the bigger ones. Very cool effect.
Yep.
And then floating mushroom island. Oh, darn it!
Oh, but there's a bone spider. Show that off.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's hella cool. Look at that. That's so creepy. That doesn't even make any sense because spiders
don't have bones like that.
Yeah, spiders have exoskeletons. So this is like the ghost of like humans or like dogs or something that was like turned into some kind of hell spider.
Looks like the head might be an actual spider's head, but the rest of it, probably rib cages. It's like some horrific mishmash.
Yeah, so that mob's pretty cool.
So yeah, if you're trying to get some mobs in the nether, this is a great place to start. So yeah, the withers drop bones in this, or I'm sorry, the wither skeletons drop bones in this that are with a bone. Oh, speaking of things that drop things,
This is salamander.
they also come in black. So you can see they kind of have a little sluggish animation, but it's cute. Also, was that what was? Oh, that was a spin out. That wasn't some weird, horrific reality error. Might want to work on the salamander's animation cycles, but it's got a good model. And yeah, those will drop hides that you can craft into a new form of armor. And those wither bones I was just talking about also craft into a new form of armor.
That's right. In fact, let's take a look at that right now. So you'd make it just like you'd make the regular armor.
Yeah.
But you'd make it out of these things.
Instead of
salamander
leather.
hide in these two colors, or out of wither bone.
So if you're planning a Halloween costume, this is a great mod. All that black and orange and bone pattern. And then those tools, those are also made with the wither bone, but those need gold. You can either make them just like a normal tool with sticks instead of bone, or you can swap two nether bones onto an undamaged gold tool. Now, I don't know if it's 2 sticks even for a sword. That's what the wiki implies, but I have not tested that. But, you know...
Yeah, that's what I look like in the...
That looks pretty sweet.
That's the wither bone armor.
And then that third armor you saw is just the salamander armor in a different color.
Yeah, this is the red salamander armor. And then if you just imagine that black, that's the final armor. It's darker than the witherbone armor, actually.
Yep. Probably the darkest armor.
The darkest armor available.
Well, in any mods I use, yeah.
It's none more black. So, yep, that's what... If you kill enough of those fucking salamanders... Hey, look, the salamander died.
Wow. So, yeah, case in
point. And he dropped the orange salamander hide. You get enough of these...
I think the spin out got him.
You basically craft a leather armor out of it.
And so, yeah, so that's one more thing to do in the nether. New resources. And, of course, hunting down those guests. Or hunting down the ghast queen. And,
summoning the ghast queen.
Yeah, summoning the ghast queen and hunting down structures. Which many of which are crypt themed. Oh, yeah, and these guys in blazes will spawn, but only in certain specific areas.
So this is one of the structures that spawns.
And is that another one? Do they, like, follow a trail? Look to your right. Now I'm wondering, is this some kind of clue? It didn't say so on the wiki, but part of me feels like, no.
Holy moly. Let's see if we can find another one.
Oh, with these guys. I forgot about these guys.
It's one of the little mushroom dudes.
Now, these are passive. Or they're neutral, rather. They will attack you if you piss them off. But...
Yeah, if I'm in game mode 0 here...
Doesn't really care.
See, he's not attacking me. But, I bet if I hurt him, he'll attack me, right?
Yep. Ah!
Yep.
And he got more, and they summoned a Spore Creeper. Who I think spored you. Did you see that buff you got just before you detonated?
Does that mean I just brought them back to the overworld?
I don't know. Do you see any?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Alright, what's going on here?
Just let it go. There you go. So I guess it seems like the timing can be a little different with the new portals. They can go off faster, but they don't always.
So this time I'm here in survival mode.
And it looks like, fortunately, those creeper spawn eggs do despawn. They are like normal hostile mobs. So it's not just permanent kaboom. Oh, but do you see what it just did?
Spore.
You're carrying Spore, and look what's all over the place. Oh, and do you see you just dropped one? So if you were to go back to Overworld now, like you seem to be intent on doing, you would carry the Spore back home. And now I don't know how stable they'd be here since we saw those eggs despawn, but they may have some kind of passive way of marking the biome, which actually make them almost impossible to get rid of once they got here. They didn't wash off. Give it a second. I bet you it's going to happen again. It's probably semi-random. Yep.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah. It spreads.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you can accidentally bring Spore Creepers back to the overworld.
There's a regular
Hi there,
creeper.
Vanilla Creeper. And if you bring Spore Creepers back to the overworld, it could really mess up your overworld. Because that thing's going to grow into a Spore Creeper that could potentially spread more spores to grow more creepers. It's like an infection.
Yep.
An infestation of something. Holy moly.
They just keep coming.
Even when I'm in creative mode.
Yep.
Well,
What the heck's a Vex? Is that one of the Illagers?
no.
No, it's like a weird angel thing. I didn't think the Illagers were added in this version.
That's not... Is that from Vanilla Minecraft? I don't
No,
think that's from this mod.
I'm pretty sure that's from this mod. Or maybe it's not. No, I think that is from this mod. Well, what's a Stray? That might also be from this mod.
No, that's from Vanilla.
I swear those were called something else in Vanilla. But okay.
Alright. So. This is a pigtificate.
Yep.
It's like a pigman that's not a zombie.
That's exactly what it is.
This is a pigtificate leader.
It's like an obese big man that's not a zombie. And show a couple
And this
spawn a couple more
is a
pigmen.
brute.
It's kind of like a villager. That's a horrible monster. And yeah, as you can see, like villagers, they have a couple professions and forms. Not most of them are pretty basic, but
And you basically...
yeah, see, they'll
That's a
trade for the
toolsmith. You
amethyst.
can trade with him for amethyst instead
Oh,
of
look at
emerald.
little baby was. Enchanter.
Enchanter.
The brute is not a trader. He will try to hurt you.
And neither is the leader.
Really? It said he was.
I can't trade with the leader.
Try a different angle? Okay. Maybe you need like a certain reputation. Or he sells stone.
Alright.
And I may be alone in this, but I really appreciate the fact they gave them multiple nipples.
This is a gold golem.
Ah, yes. I really like the looks
It's
of
like
these
a
things.
pigman version of the iron golem. Alright.
No ghastling.
This is a ghastling. It's a baby ghast. Isn't
Kinda
it
like-
cute?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Howl Knight versus the Baron of Howl. And this...
And this is a nethermite, which is kind of like a silverfish. But,
Or an Endermite.
or an endermite, but it's...
It's another. Whoa.
The gold golem just slayed it.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure the Vex is from this mod, but other than being some kind of creepy angel thing, I forget what they do.
That's just a regular skeleton.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's also, check out those foods briefly. You can find there's congealed magma cream, and you can eat the ghast before it eats you.
Oh, yeah. So... Ghast Queen Tears Frost Fang.
The Frost Fang, I forget, has some cool effect with the icy stuff. And then, yeah,
Yeah.
Spore, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Wither Dust is a new material that the Withers drop as well.
I think that's just crushed from their bones, but...
Right. Alright. So the Bone Sword, Bone Pickaxe, Bone Hoe.
There's a bone
They're
hammer as well that just breaks things.
The Bone Hammer's unique.
Yes. Similar to things you'll find in other mods. And as you can see, it just...
It
boom.
breaks a large area.
Boom. Which actually makes it very similar to the hammer from Embers, doesn't it? Yeah, and the thing about these tools is that by the default mod settings, these are normal gold tools. But in the Nether, they take on these special properties. So these are tools that would gain better than normal gold benefits, but only while in the Nether.
And they're made pretty much like regular tools, but you use wither bones instead of sticks to craft them.
Oh shit, it's a war! The Blazes and the Gold Golems are going at it.
Wow.
Yep, nope, they're going at it. Blazes kind of suck at this.
Yeah, you can grab ghast meat and eat it, or cook it and it turns green and you can eat it. Magma cream, I guess, is the meat of the magmas.
Yeah.
And you can eat that. And then enoki mushroom, the mushrooms that hang from the ceiling, they're edible. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool mod. I really wish I could show you guys what the Pictificate villages look like.
But you definitely see they exist. We're not making it up. They will spawn. The villagers are rare on purpose. Well, that is a structure, but not one we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find one of these villages anytime soon. And I pretty much showed you guys most of the mod. We got to see the different biomes and the mobs and the stuff from this mod. Yeah, you were noticing there's no videos. There's no other videos for this mod yet. So, if anybody out there feels like making a video for this mod,
yeah,
you should do it.
Not enough good Nether mods and not enough videos for this one.
That's right. All right, well, have a good one, everybody. I know I had a good time. And I hope you enjoy checking out NetherEx.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.